So my name is Peter Janiszka, and currently I'm director of the Czech Cultural Institute in Warsaw, Czeskie Centrum w Warszawie. I used to be a journalist, I used to be a translator, and for a long time I've been a diplomat. Well, I've chosen Poland for different reasons, but the main reason is that I knew the country. I've been here several times in the past. I was here several times. I think that I know the language quite well. I have some very good friends here, and I like very much the Polish mentality and the Polish history. I think that for a Czech, for somebody who is interested in the history and politics, diplomacy, Poland is a very, very interesting country, especially today's Poland. Well, as I told you, I've known the country quite well, so since I came here 10 days ago, I came to Warsaw starting to work as director of the Cultural Institute, so my period is very short, this period. I was not very much surprised now, but in general, I'm surprised by Warsaw. For the moment, I haven't seen nothing else from Poland but Warsaw. I feel here a very strong dynamics, energy, and especially for me as a Czech, I was absolutely amazed by when I discovered a new cafe which is called the Sensitive Barber, Czuły Barbarzyńca, I think it's in Polish, which is the name of a famous book written by the Czech writer Bohumil Hrabal. The fact that you have a cafe that has taken a title of a Czech novel for the name of the cafe is something absolutely amazing. I'm sorry to say, but we don't have nothing like this in Prague for the moment. Well, of course, speaking about this point as a Czech and you as Polish, we have plenty of words that are similar but don't mean the same thing, and quite often they mean something quite different. This is called false friends in linguistics. We Czechs and Polish, we have so many words of this kind, like if you invite a Czech girl to go to buy something do sklepu, she will be horrified, because sklep in Czech means basement, cellar. But once again, if you invite a girl to go do piwnicy, to piwnica, she will think that you are inviting her to have a beer, because in Czech language, piwnice means beer restaurant, karczma, I think, in Poland. So we have plenty of words like this. Of course, the most famous is when you speak about love. In Czech, love is láska. In Polish, láska is something quite different. So, of course, this is something that has given reason to many, many different jokes and funny situations. Well, do you want an answer for 5 minutes, 1 hour, or 5 hours? There are many things that I like about Poland. I like the Polish history. The fact that the Polish nation was fighting so much for its identity. And today you have a marvelous result. You have a very big country, a strong country, a country which is very important in today's Europe. You have a country which is really playing a first-rate role in Europe today. Well, it's a very difficult question for me, because I can't find anything really that I dislike in Poland. I think there are plenty of very positive characters today. Probably I would prefer if you had already a bit more highways. This is maybe a problem for traveling through the country. Well, I think there are something like 20 million of Polish women, so they are very much different, and there are different women in all countries and all nations. But I would say that in general, Polish women are very elegant. Polish women dress in a different way than the Czech women. The distance between Prague and Warsaw is not very big. I would say that Polish women are really much more elegant, that they are much more sensible, I would say, to the French and Italian way of dressing. I say that also Polish women dress with much more courage. They use much more colors and combine in a quite courageous way different types of clothes and colors. I would say that it's due also to the climate, of course, that Polish women wear much more knitted clothes, for instance. And they know very well how to wear shoes. I had a great chance to meet Jerzy Giedroyć in Paris shortly before his death, 1 or 2 years before his death, and we spent a half a day in his house in Maison Lafitte near to Paris. And it was a very interesting debate that we had, and I saw a man who had at least European dimension. His interest was not only about his own country, although the country is already very big and very vast, but his interest was much larger about what was happening in the East, Belarus, Ukraine, Russia, Czechs, etc. I would say that you have quite a lot of big names, yes. And I've forgotten somebody whose name is Czesław Miłosz. I met him once or twice in Prague when he was coming to present his book, or he was participating on an international conference. You have quite a lot of names which are really of the first international rank, I would say. People like Miłosz, like Wałęsa, and others are really names that are known all over the world. And it shows a certain dimension of Poland today. For somebody who has lived for some time in Poland as me, I see that there are millions of cultural differences. In fact, we behave in the small everyday situations in a quite different way. We express ourselves in quite different way. For instance, if you have a baby who was just born and the people are asking you what is his or her weight, in Czech language you would say 360, 370, which means 3 kilos 70. I think that in Polish you would always say 3,700 or 3 kilos 700. And there are so many differences in this way. Pozdrawiam internautów Wirtualnej Polski. Zdravím všechny, kdo se dívají na internetu na Virtuální Polsko.